Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another news roundup with the best boys, GetSelious and SithScott.
Hello.
So, if you haven't seen the previous news roundup, I will probably mention again. Scott has got himself a brand new model, the best hair, rocking the hoodie, the chains. Actually, he doesn't have chains. That's the next upgrade, but you know he's now stylish.
In the works.
Yeah, chains. He's finally left McDonald's and now has become a full-grown real boy.
Took a lot of time and a lot of convincing not to eat chicken nuggets.
They do pay you in nuggies.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, it's not the way to go out. And speaking of payment of things, let's start the news roundup with, I guess I want to say something interesting. We can start off with talking about Azure Striker Gunvolt 3 has been announced.
Yeah, I was watching the New Game Plus Expo and it was announced, and it was a very exciting time because there's a lot of fans of it, especially for those who are actually watching some of the trailers, because the New Game Plus Expo has a lot of just random, I guess, smaller publishers. They're not full-on indie, some are, but most of them are just on the smaller end.
Yeah.
Like money-wise. So Gunvolt, though, had a big reaction. A lot of people were excited for that one.
True.
Unfortunately, there was no Neptunia news.
Yeah, this is a crime. So Azure Gun Vault is a series created by Inti Creates. It is an action platform game, very obviously stylish in some ways of Mega Man, but does things a little more advanced from it. They actually have a connecting plot and spin-off games, so that's the good parts. I find the game pretty cool. I only played the first one. I haven't yet to play the second one, and I haven't played the spin-offs with Gun Chronicles or the other series. But this is a very stylistic action platform in the veins of Mega Man that has a lot of innovative tools of it. And these guys also did help create other games such as, I don't know, Mega Man 11. So I think they know how to make a goddamn Mega Man game, you know?
Looks really clean and polished, so I'm really excited to see how it goes. I'm not the biggest Mega Man fan. There's a few of those out there that I'm sure that'll love more Mega Man content, though, because, you know, Capcom doesn't like that.
Yeah, it's the same way how I feel about the Ace Attorney series. Okay, I can't get my visual novel detective games, so I'm just going to play some political adventure games. I don't know, it's hard out here.
And it's hard on these that, you know, are not in the popular culture of gaming icons, which is weird because you think Mega Man would be.
I think it's weird because it's like throughout the history of Mega Man has an insane history from Mega Man to Mega Man X to Mega Man Zero to Mega Man ZX to Mega Man Legends to my favorite Mega Man series, Mega Man Battle Network, because I grew up playing that on my silly Game Boy Advance. With good times, but it's like Mega has such a storied history in multiple genres, what it is, and it's just like watching, you know, Capcom not give. I'm not saying make a Mega Man game every year, but kind of treat us a little, you know.
Make a Mega Man game sometimes. It's better than no times.
Exactly. And I think that's the interesting way I feel about that. So. But anyway, still though, you know, Inti Creates, at least all the people who's going to pick up the slack. So if you guys have the flair for the Mega Mans, the jumping and shooting man, check out the Gunvolt series. You most likely will like it.
Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about it, so I'm sure that it's, especially from those who are the more Mega Man-esque gaming fans, they really like some of how it's done.
Yeah.
It has a lot of variety in most of what I see.
Well, you jump in and you're shooting, so that's the variety right there.
Most important parts.
The most cleanly parts of the whole thing. But yeah, Scott, what else do we have on the docket?
So we actually have some, I'd say, more indie news, but it's also very important indie news. Return to Monkey Island was announced, and to actually be done by Ron Gilbert.
Yes, Ron Gilbert is one of the creative people that created the Monkey Island series. He worked on, I believe, the first Monkey Island game and the second, LeChuck's Revenge. There's been multiple other Monkey Island games, such as Escape from Monkey Island and Curse of Monkey Island and Tales of Monkey Island. I'm unaware of how much input he had on those games, but he's back. He's going to make the game. He's already had the co-creator with him. Dave, one of the co-people worked the game, Dave Grossman on it, so that's great. And there's a lot more. We're probably going to talk more about that in detail. You can watch me geek out about it on the reaction trailer that we have on the channel, so check that out if you want to see me freak out more. But as you can tell, I am quite excited about the game. Quite.
I don't have too much of an, egg to put into this. I was never big on point-and-click games, except for Carmen Sandiego, because I just like the aesthetic of Carmen Sandiego.
So you like your tall woman in red trench coat and big red hats?
Exactly.
Okay, I mean, to each their own, I guess. I take it you've seen a Netflix TV show then.
I have actually.
It was really good. I felt the ending was rushed.
Yeah, I have that same feeling. It was a little rushed at the end, but I think overall I did enjoy what it brought to the table, except for the two side characters, but they weren't that important anyways.
Hey, they got the Boston/Brooklyn accent. What you got against Brooklyn? Hey, what you doing here, buddy? Hey, what you about?
They're okay. I just don't think they're as strong as they could be.
So, what else is we're gonna talk about the strength of things. I guess we could talk about the strength of E3, man. It's been possibly canceled for 2022. Is it finally over?
It's dead this year, but it says that what they're trying to do is they're trying to make a kind of a mixed experience that's going to be both digital and physical, because most of the time E3 is just like big physical conferences with tons of people that show up and have you do lots of game demos. And now they've decided to try to go towards a digital front, and then they're like, you know what, never mind, we're going to try to do both by going next year.
I swear.
I don't know how well that will go. I don't think E3 is on very good legs right now, but I do think they can make a comeback.
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like, though, E3's like, there's so many other people doing this in different models of like giving entertainment. There's us, here at the Outer Haven, which you should subscribe to the channel to get some cool content by us, and follow us on our various platforms. I mean, I play some video games. I'm quite the streamer, and so is Scott. True. Yeah, and so is Scott. Scott only played Genshin Impact and cried for 2 minutes from getting bad rolls.
Yeah, speaking of which, I did not get Ayato. Very sad.
Yeah. That was only 2 minutes of tears. He did not cry, because usually you go like there's a 5-hour diatribe to like curse people out, swearing Miho, I swear to get my first blood born child. He doesn't do that anymore. He just goes, "Oh, I'm sad," and then keep hitting buttons. I'm proud of him.
Get more pretty much jumps.
Yeah.
But yeah, E3 though for me is kind of sad, because it was always something that I wanted to do as a kid, because I was always big on watching E3. That's like one of the few things I'd watch TV on, because I hated TV except for like the small cartoons sometimes that I liked. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z being one of those.
True.
So, it was one of those things that you had as a childhood dream, to go to an E3 convention and be a nerd with the rest of the video game nerds.
Yeah. I feel like that's what I said. I feel like it's like E3's kind of like this kind of feels outdated. It just didn't do so well. We have so many expos. We have PAX, Next Play, Steam Game Fest. I love so much. There are so many ways to get your gaming content, and the OutterHaven.net. Check that out too. To provide it for you, that I don't think E3 has much of a function in the modern era. Like the only argument I ever hear from it's like, I love my E3. It was there when I was a kid. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool and all, but I'm like old now, so.
I don't think it's definitely a little dated, or a lot dated.
A lot dated, yeah. I think that. Like, if E3 wants to win themselves, they'll have to do what other people are doing, but other people are already doing that, so here we are.
They have to somehow separate themselves from, like, the Summer Game Fest, because right now that's probably going to be what E3 is going to be now.
Yeah.
Which is just ironic that pretty much Summer Game Fest had its announcement like an hour after E3 said it was being canceled.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry, guys, we have a gaming festival. It's like, say what?
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of variety now, so it's not like E3 is the end all be all. So if it dies, it's not going to be like a huge destructive thing.
I mean, yeah, people gonna be like, oh no, I used to watch this on TV and G4 every year. Woohoo! I'm like,
I mean, G4 made a comeback.
Yeah, G4 made a comeback. I mean, oof. I when G4 made a comeback, I legit rolled my eyes. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
At least they got the completionist under their belt.
Yeah, jeez, that's true. My take on G4 was like when I was younger, right, and I was getting into like different type of games. I deeply did not like Adam Sessler, if that is his actual opinions on video games. It made me so upset how he reviewed games, and like he gave like maybe Battle Network low views and other games. Like he deeply hated RPGs, and I was like, how do you hate RPGs? That doesn't make any sense. Like
he was a big avid disliker of the Kingdom Hearts series when it was first starting. I remember that.
The sad part is I don't like Kingdom Hearts now because that game took so much of my life away for nothing, you know.
I'm still a bit of a fanboy. I still actually like 3, even if I didn't like it as much as like 2.
I mean, that ending though, and then that DLC. I guess we all have to just keep giving them money and hope for the best. Is that really the future?
That is the future of everything nowadays. If you want more content of anything, it requires money.
This content has officially been given. Anyway, but all seriousness, yeah, I'm G4 made a comeback. I wasn't a fan of Adam Sessler's takes of video games when I was younger because I was a wide-eyed young boy playing a bunch of RPGs and all these weird Japanese games, and he was like, you should be playing shooty games and edgy boy stuff. I'm like, the edgy boy stuff is lame, though.
Video was a big Halo fan, that's true.
Yeah. Halo.
But everyone is a Halo fan, pretty much.
Yeah, almost everybody loved Halo. But definitely, yeah. If they can make a if E3 can make a comeback, a G4 can come back, it's possible. But I really don't. Like, if E3 just ended like tomorrow morning, I would be like, alright, cool, thanks for the memories. I'm gonna go play my demos on Steam Fest and call it a weekend, you know? But honestly, anyways, I want to feel a thing. I mean, I will laugh at the people who feel, especially our editor-in-chief, Keith. I would laugh at him all day, ha ha ha, because I'm a horrible person. I'm just kidding. But one thing I am excited for, that's from the blast from the past, Tomb Raider sequel will be announced for the Unreal Engine. How and why? Let's go.
I'm excited. Crystal Dynamics have been blowing it out of the park when it comes to their Tomb Raider games. I really liked all 3 of the ones they produced. I think the second one's still my favorite, but the third one's not bad.
Oh man, Crystal Dynamics. I mean, their non-Tomb Raider games have been sussy wussy. Okay.
Tomb Raider games are not Tomb Raider. Let's still leave it at that.
You don't like your trapezoid boobs?
I don't know.
You don't know about that?
As a kid, I loved it.
As a kid, it's like, oh my god, this is real graphics.
We got 3Ds and polygons. We're going all the way.
Go all the way.
This is the next generation.
The future. But all seriousness, the modern Tomb Raider games that are coming out the last 5+ years have been actually really good. Though I find it weird people who are criticizing them. It's like, oh, it's just a copy from Uncharted. Uncharted copied from me.
Uncharted copy Tomb Raider and Indiana Jones. What are you gonna do about it?
Exactly. And there was an Indiana Jones point-click adventure game. So come on, guys, chill.
Raider just brought it back into a more current trend, which oddly enough is Uncharted, because that's kind of just how it evolved.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, it's similar to Uncharted, but it's not exactly the same, and plus, Lara is a much different person than Drake.
Yeah. we're not all of us. Yeah, not all of us are Troy Baker or Drake the rapper.
But I'm excited to see that it's on Unreal Engine 5, but at the same time, that means we got a while before it comes out, just because Unreal Engine 5 is just like barely getting out its early shoes.
That's true. I think that Like, I personally think that the whatchamacallit, that that this game could be interesting. We have to see more content from it, but like I said, it's Crystal Dynamics and Tomb Raider. It seems like a match made in heaven. Crystal Dynamics plus other games, you know, that's a whole different argument story.
So I'm interested to see how they work with Perfect Dark, because
yeah,
I don't know. It could work, depending on how the initiative does. It's such a weird mishmash.
Yeah, but the only thing is, what I want to see is I want to see like the next Tomb Raider game with the Unreal Engine. I want to see them exaggerate, like her hair is wet and then she just does the badly told, like the L'Oreal like hair commercials in the 90s where a woman would shake her hair for like 5 minutes, and it's like the longest. All the hair follicles flying through the air, the water and the shampoo is all over the place. I'm like, is this about shampoo or
L'Oreal?
L'Oreal, exactly. I want the L'Oreal sponsorship for the next Tomb Raider game on Unreal Engine 5. Let's go. This is the dream. Let's go.
If we can get cup and noodles for Final Fantasy 15.
You know what? That works there. We can do it here. This is our time.
But to be fair, that's probably one of the best side quests in that game.
Oh lord.
We definitely need more like really bad but good product placement quests in video games, because it's just so fun.
True, that's definitely something to look forward to. And speaking of things to look forward to, Scott, let us know what we got on the deck.
So the big news we have is earlier today, Remedy Entertainment has announced that they are the ones in charge of remaking Max Payne 1 and 2.
Wow. I can't believe it. Are we serious? We're getting so the dream is real. I mean, Max Payne 3 was let's be polite, dog poo poo. Okay, it was poo poo.
It wasn't Max Payne 1 or 2.
No.
But yeah, so we get remakes of these, and I'm really interested to see how this works. If like they're gonna go like full on from the ground up kind of remakes,
right?
Or if it's gonna just be like source code with added assets remakes.
That is something. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna be like, oh boy, that is a very strong possibility.
We know it's not a remaster, so they're not just brightening up textures. They're actually adding stuff or redoing things, so it has a remake in it.
Right. I wonder will they change any. Well, I hope they don't adjust the plot. The plot's supposed to be weird on purpose. The bullet time mechanics be really cool. I am excited because Max Payne to me was like very cool, and it encapsulated all the greatness of the comics, of these comics that came in the era that people were reading, from The Dark Knight to Sin City to Criminal. By the way, so I guess you probably, people who just watch this video are aware I'm a comic nerd. So Sin City and Frank Miller wrote those books, you know, Dark Knight. Have you heard of Criminal, Scott?
I haven't actually, which is weird because I'm usually a comic fan too.
Criminal was a comic book series that's still ongoing. It's a expanded universe created by Ed Brubaker and art done by Sean Phillips. It is an anthology comic series within this universe of people who are criminals doing bad things and people who are living in this universe of crazy stuff. You have Teague, you know, who's a former hitman. You got guys who are not well. You have a dude who essentially tries to kill his wife to get things going, and then you have a former boxer who's a bar owner. It's a very interesting and very grounded noir type series, and that also came out the same era that I believe that Max Payne came out in, but it reflects all of that stuff in it, and I really do like the story of it. I like the aesthetics of it, and I'm looking forward to it. And plus, even though yes, cheesy bullet time spam go burr, but that was also fun. Don't take that away from me.
Hope that. One thing I remember actually from my playtime in Max Payne was I really liked how simple the layout of like the weapon changes were.
Oh yeah, it was smooth. It was smooth jazz.
Weird that we don't have that good of UI nowadays. We always have like the weird radial toggle, where this one is just like kind of like really simple top down, where you can just select easily what gun you wanted.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that's just because we have this weird UI thing where it has to always cover the screen or it has to be really big or prominent.
Yeah, you gotta let them know. Like, this is the button you press. Thanks, Pat. I needed that. That's what.
That's just one of my big things I remember liking about Max Payne. It's just how simple everything looked. It played well.
Yeah.
Like the shooting, the rolling mechanics, the being able to change guns really easy on the fly.
Yes. Yeah. The action, the games was well done. Definitely love that part of it too. Like I said, this was like to me it was like an art tour masterpiece in my opinion. Like I said, I'm looking forward to when Remedy has more information coming for it. I have high hopes for them because Max Payne is a game that you really can't ruin unless, and I don't want to say meanly, we had those horrible things we hate about modern video games, from microtransactions to locked content to all that jazz. But here's the thing, Max Payne's already been completed, bro. You really gonna milk me for what?
Even if your remake is bad, doesn't mean the other Max Payne games are bad.
Well, 3 exists, so.
3 does exist, even though I'm sure there's some people who are still in disbelief.
I tell myself that 3 was a bad dream, and they would never do that to me. We will not turn Max Payne into some baldy grunge lord shooting up Southern Americans because he's drunk on power.
Ah, yes. The superhero gone rogue.
That would never happen. He would never do that. He's just a detective, you know? A detective, quotation mark.
Exactly.
Yep. And with that out the way, we're gonna do a quick wrap up on all the news that we covered in this video. So, we talked about Azure Striker Gunvolt 3 being announced, which is the sequel to the Azure Striker Gunvolt series, created by Inti Creates, and it's a great game for those Mega Man fans who like Mega Man games, so you should check it out. We also talked about that there is a Return to Monkey Island game, a new game by Ron Gilbert, coming out sometime this year in 2022. He has been confirmed he's working with his former another creator or contributor to the Monkey Island series, Dave Grossman, and several other talents from the old Monkey Island series is also contributing to this game. So this will be very interesting for those who enjoy Monkey Island and point-and-click adventure games. We've also had a possible location that E3 is canceled completely for 2022. E3 has mentioned they have plans in the future to make changes to whatever they're going to be doing, which is fine. And then we also discussed that Tomb Raider, the sequel to Tomb Raider, will be using the Unreal Engine 5 with all hair follicles and all. Honestly, this will be a very gorgeous looking game, and looking forward to see how spectacular Unreal Engine 5 will look on Laura. Excited. And the biggest news of today is that I believe Remedy Entertainment has blessed us that they will be working on the Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes. Max Payne is a series that myself and many gamers held in high regard for his action, storytelling, and many cool elements of it, and regret Max Payne 3 as a video game. But without the way, that is all the news that we have for you this time around. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can be updated with more content by us, because we're cool guys. Be sure to hit our link trees to get our social links below, so you can follow us on Twitters, our Twitches, and other YouTube content we have things on. And this is GetSelious and SithScott signing out, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.